Hey. Alright, we're gonna get started. Yeah, I got this cool phone mount, and it works pretty good. It's a quad lock brake reservoir mount. Pretty big fan of it. Lets me throw it on here. So I recorded the whole thing, and I got kind of too personal, and I didn't like it, so I am re-recording it. It was just, yeah, it was sad. I'll talk about it in a second, and I will do it better this time, and okay. But this phone mount's cool. It works. I got a different one. It was like for, I think, a brake lever mount or something, and the guy at Cycle Gear was like, yeah, this works, man. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, I just looked it up. And I was like, okay. I don't know what he was doing. And it didn't work. It got stuck in here, and I had to drill it out from the other side. It was a nightmare, horrible nightmare. I think I said something about that. But yeah. Anyways, I just got my food. I'm thinking. I'm a little brain dead. I'm trying not to. I was thinking about this thing that my dad used to do when I was younger, and like anywhere we go someplace, he never wanted to take the same path. He was always trying a new way to get someplace, and I was like, my dad's a weirdo. He's creepy. Does he think he's like a secret agent being stalked? What's the deal with this? And it's just because he rode motorcycles. It's because when you're on a motorcycle, you can just cut through and explore random places, and you're more likely to do so and go in and be like, oh, what's here? And then you hop off for a second, maybe grab a drink. I don't know. It's more of a journey than a vehicle, than in a car, than a vehicle. I sound like a spaz, but you get it. It's more, it's more horseback. You're more you're out in the elements. You're more likely to get shelter. I don't know. If it makes sense, more spiritual than a car. I don't know if that's too woo-woo. I mean, I guess it matters on the car, because if you're driving like a stick shift or something, that's different. But anyways, all that being said, I finally understood this little thing that my dad used to do and always say, and he'd be like, don't use a map, like, just kind of figure it out. And I'm like, oh yeah, when you don't really have to worry about the price of your gas, and you're just kind of putzing around doing whatever, and I'm like, yeah, go explore everything, go see what's up. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then I also realized that I was doing something wrong. So how my feet are now, I wasn't doing this for the longest time. For the longest time, I wasn't on the balls of my feet, but I was on the heels. So my feet would kind of kick out like a duck. And I learned this was a bad thing because I went for a pretty low down turn, and my foot rubbed against the ground, and I was like, oh, that's why they do this. I asked my dad. He was like, yeah, dude, you have to be on the balls of your feet just in case you have to dump the bike. And I was like, what? So apparently that's the way to do it. I didn't know, because again, I'm new. I think I have like 2,000 miles on this bike. I can't remember the exact mileage that it was on. My dad has put some miles on it. He's taken it a handful of times, which has been cool. But so it's not technically on my miles, but I think I'm at 2,000, which is more than I had on the other motorcycle. So that's pretty cool. Still very much a novice. I understand that, but I'm actually on a real capable bike that's my size and practical, and yeah. I will say, I do love the side profile of this bike. The headlights are a little feminine. That's my one visual cool factor complaint. But the side profile is cool, other than the bag or the top case. Well, anyways, the reason I did this whole old video, or I like talked about this stuff that I'm not gonna remember. It's gone in the ether, and that's okay. Was just because I've been riding the bike a lot because I've been thinking through a lot of life stuff, and I had some sad stuff happen, and I mean, without getting into it too much, my girlfriend and I broke up, and that heartbreak has been really tough, and it's rough because I love her, just like completely, and it's like tough when you're doing something where someone needs something that you can't give, and you have to just be like, I love this person and I want them to be happy no matter what. Anyways, I'm not, okay, that's it. That's all we're getting. She's like freaking awesome and amazing, and I'm sad I can't be with, okay, anyways, that's it. But, so, I'm dealing with this heartbreak, is what I'm saying. So, the last few times I've been on the bike, it hasn't been enjoyable, and I was like, oh, this is so weird, because usually I hop on the bike and everything bleeds off, just everything, it's just gone. I guess it works for most things, heartbreak not being one of those. And I was starting to sound just like sad motorcycle boy, and I just didn't want to do that. Plus, I don't want to talk about that sort of stuff, and now I'm talking about it, I guess, but just in the way that it was surprising, because a motorcycle is like a place where I feel like you can just drown out a lot of the thoughts, the overthinking, the stress, all that kind of bleeds away, and I wasn't having that, and it scared me a little bit that I was like, am I ever gonna have this on a motorcycle? Is motorcycling dead to me? Will I never be able to have that? I also learned that yelling in a helmet doesn't mean other people can't hear you, because I did do this. You know what? Other people do weird stuff too. This isn't just me that's like a weirdo yelling in his helmet. But I yelled at my helmet, and some lady in the car next to me like snapped her head, and I was like, oh yeah, sound carries. I did have the visor down, but there's, the bottom half where sound can still travel. But yeah, I just a tough time. I hope if anyone else is going through this, that they know they're not alone. But it is whack like a backpack. Yeah. Anyways, again, not talking about that. I'm good. I literally said, like, I don't want to be a sad motorcycle boy, and then I started talking like a sad motorcycle boy. Hilarious. But this will be cool for when I go on like a longer trip, just to have directions and stuff like that. Right now, I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of it, because it's super hot out. And by super hot, I mean just every day has been mid-90s, so it's not ridiculous, but it's not a ton of fun on the bike. I feel like once you do get moving, it does cool down quite a bit. And yeah. What else? I had another thought the other day. I should write them down there. They're few and far between. But yeah, it's been good to finally enjoy the bike again. It's super nice leaving work and hopping on it. I feel liberated. It feels like it splits up the day well, and yeah. Be fair and equitable. Okay, I'm getting sad. I'm sorry. This is, you know what? Whatever. It's going up there. It'll go in the time capsule. That one day I can look back and be like, what a freaking dork this kid was. What are you doing, future me? Are you Are you gardening? I feel like future me is going to get into gardening. I did always say that my old man thing was going to be falconry. just because I'm like, how cool would it be to give a hawk a mythical name and then have it bring you things and just be, well, I guess the main thing they bring you is like mice and rabbits and stuff, but it would be cool. It would be cool. Anyways, I know the bike is like a place where you're supposed to focus, and I for sure do focus when I'm riding it. Like, I'm processing a lot of stuff, but I feel like I do my best thinking on this thing, where I'm just cruising along and my head's just working through things. And lately it's had quite a bit to work through, a lot to contend with, a lot to keep telling myself, don't reach out, give space, you know, give people what they ask for and want and need. Oh, this is miserable. Why can't I? Okay, that's the last one. If I do it again, I'm just turn it off immediately. Not through the tears. Oh, yeah. But a lot of thinking done on the bike. It has been cool to see the improve. Oh, that's what I'm gonna say. The reason I was bringing up that the heartbreak and all that good stuff is because I've noticed my riding has been different. It's been more aggressive. I've been taking more risks, and I don't know if that's my brain being like, oh, no one loves me, I'm doing whatever now. But it's weird. It was just a subtle shift and I was like, oh, I'm for sure being more aggressive. I'm doing things I wouldn't usually do, and I've had to kind of tamp that down and bring it back a little bit. But it's something to think about. I feel like I've become less analytical with everything that I've done on the bike, and I kind of miss it. So this guy is so slow. You are garbage, dude. Man, it feels unsafe when you get stuck behind like a bunch of slow people that aren't going anywhere. I really don't like it. But yeah, I miss being analytical, but I think it's my brain. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting more used to things that I'm taking more risks. What was that? That was no. But I am, and I do think I need to adjust that a little bit. Anyways, I feel like I'm going in circles. Sorry about talking about random stuff. That guy got really close. I hope you have a good night, and I hope if you're going through it, you know it's not just you, and yeah, sometimes that helps me, knowing that I'm not unique and that other people are going through similar experiences and feeling similar things and struggling in similar ways. Okay. Have a good day.